What's up? This is Kevin Carnage, and I'm back with another What If. But before we could get into that, I would like to send a huge shout out to Six Mysta and his editors for convincing me into creating my YouTube channel, which is doing great. By the way, all their link will be in the description below. Go and check them out. They actually make fire content. Also, I just acquired my first ever intro created by Intech Videos. But enough of me rambling on. Let's hear this fire intro. Roll that thing. Welcome back. Thank you all for enjoying my brand new intro. Now, without further ado, let's get into this. This is what if Naruto got sent 1,000 years into the future. Quick recap, Naruto is going to kindergarten and he's fairly the coolest kid in the school. And on the last part we left off, Naruto was walking through the alley and he saw some kids picking on a person wearing a hoodie, which he didn't could see, but he knew they were small. The kids that were picking on this small figure were quite big, so Naruto, being himself in this new timeline, proceeded to help without question. He did a duplication. Alright, so the duplication is similar to the shadow clone. In fact, it is exactly the shadow clone. So for not to be confusing, I will just call it the shadow clone. Remember, there are not ninjas in this timeline. It's the future. So he proceeded to do a shadow clone and body these big ass niggas. My bad for using the N word, but anyway, I'm black. So and suddenly suddenly a breeze flew in and blew off the hood off the little girl. Big revealed it was Hinata Hyuga, and her reputation precedes her due to her father being the town mayor, so he knows about her and stuff. So that goes on. So let's get into the episode. So next day, Naruto is getting ready and he's being lectured by his grandfather Tazuna Kuzumaki into taking, into being the next head of the business. They run a ramen shop, which is famous throughout the land. Anyone goes to eat at the ramen shop, and yes, conveniently it's named Uchiraku Ramen. Yes, that's what the store is named. Yes, whatever, get angry if you want. So with Tazuna Kuzumaki lecturing Naruto and taking over the business when he reached the right age, and Naruto refusing, stating that he has a dream of his own. Currently, I don't know what the dream is, but it's not to be Hokage or a leader of anything. He probably wants to be a great something. We'll figure that out later as we go on into the episode. So he abruptly jumped through the window as he left to go to school, but something was different. He was being followed by two figures who currently he doesn't know, and he is quite, he's a little shook, but not to the point that he would lose his composure. So he keeps on walking, going to school. And as he arrived to school, he ducked into an alley and did a shadow clone. Then appeared, the shadow clone reappeared out on the sidewalk, and he proceeded to wait till the two figures passed, and he started following them. As they approached his school, Naruto proceeded to attack the two figures, but these were not hostile figures. They were actually bodyguards for a certain someone. This certain someone being Hinata Hyuga, as she ordered them to, look after Naruto after what he did for her the day before and stuff. So they promptly told Naruto this, and Naruto is like, I'm a big boy. I can protect myself. I don't need anyone to protect me and stuff. And Hinata was nowhere far. She actually was following the two guards herself, just to ensure that they didn't do anything, as they have a lot of respect for Hinata, and for her to give orders to protect someone of a low class is obscene to them. So, and she then approached and clapped and said, You're so strong, Naruto. This is Hinata. I won't do much of her voice. In fact, I can't do a girl voice, so don't bother me. So she proceeds to tell Naruto that he's so strong, being that he's only 6 years old. And they did do that childish thing, like, back when I was a kid, there was this one girl who actually asked me to be her boyfriend. It was back when I was in preschool. So that's what we call kindergarten here. And she asked me to be her boyfriend. With me not understanding the concept of what a boyfriend is, I said yes and stuff. And I told my dad, and my dad got really excited. Got around that time when I wasn't living with my father. And he's like, my boy, and shit said that. I'm like, why are you so excited? And he's like, you got a girlfriend, and you're only 7. That is so awesome. I'm like, but what's the concept of what's the definition of being a boyfriend and stuff? And similar to how I felt back then, Naruto is feeling now, because Hinata did proceed to ask him to be her boyfriend. Even though they're 6 years old, he abruptly agrees, not knowing what the fuck that means. And they went into the class, and Hinata clinging onto Naruto's arm, which alarmed everyone in the school, because they know of Hinata's reputation as she is the town's mayor's daughter and stuff. So seeing that she's clinging on to the coolest guy in school, well, precisely, there's Sakura as well, and everyone started spreading rumors. So we're going to give a time skip here of 4 years, as Naruto is now 8 years old, and their relationship, his and Hinata's relationship, has grown exponentially. Now that Naruto know what the concept of being a boyfriend is, because Hinata Hinata is not that shy girl from in canon. In fact, she's very demanding and a little controlling and a little jealous of what Naruto does, especially knowing that he's the coolest guy in school. So Naruto promptly changed majority of his ways, thanks to Hinata being a different version of herself. So if she was shy, timid, and always quiet. She is definitely not that type of Hinata. She's the opposite of what she was in canon. So yeah. So because then there's one where she was actually the opposite, like when they did the genjutsu, that the planetary genjutsu or something. It was in a movie, but with Menma and other stuff. But anyway, so Hinata is promptly controlling, and Naruto is now understanding what not to do, because he got scolded, he got all kind of shit happened and stuff. Shits that, happened to me as well, because I went on thinking we're just boyfriend and girlfriend. The definition I got was, I'm a boy who's a girl's friend. Yeah. It was cheeky like that. Yeah, whatever. But anyway, so they go on, and what happened was Iruka Sensei, yes, Iruka Sensei is the teacher in the school, came and promptly told everyone, pop quiz in Naruto. He's since they mostly focus on developing their special techniques, Naruto is not book smart, but his techniques is flawless. In fact, number one in technique in the class, and number last in study and do book reading and stuff. Yeah, so that's what he is. And since the whole generation are different, let's say Hinata could use shadow stitching or shadow paralysis jutsu arts. Yeah, jutsu, let's just say, so we cannot have to confuse a bunch of y'all. And they're mixed in a generation. She's also a Hyuga, but she also a Yamanaka, I think. Yeah, because then the generation has been watered down throughout the years. So she did promptly use a shadow stitch on Naruto because she doesn't want him to fail and repeat a class. In fact, she's been doing this for the last 4 years. She's been being the one who actually cheats for Naruto. And yes, Hinata's cheating. She's smart. She knows the shadow stitching, and her father is the fucking mayor and stuff. And also, before we get into, Hiyashi is the mayor. What's his name? Hiruzen is the principal of the school. Iruka is the teacher. And there is that bad teacher here, but we will be beating him up shortly. So Naruto properly went, and Naruto Hinata, the test is finished and stuff. And I forgot the teacher's name that Naruto beat up, but he is also in here, and he is plotting on kidnapping Hinata. He promptly has 2 other allies out of the gate waiting for Hinata, because he wants to demand ransom. It's, again, her father is the fucking mayor of this little town. And we're just going to call a little town Konoha. But I can think of another name. And not that I can't think of another name, I just don't want to get confused myself in creating episode 3 in probably 2.5 days. So this is for me as well as y'all enjoyment. Anyway, enough explaining for that. So that guy is actually still here and stuff. So at the end of class, Naruto and Hinata was walking down, going to their house. In fact, going to Naruto's house, because he actually approved the relationship. Because when he found out who Naruto's grandfather is, he then got happy. Remember, Naruto's grandfather's Uchiraku ramen is famous throughout the land. Regardless of Hiyashi being the mayor, he loves Ichiraku ramen. In fact, the entire town does. And this is what gave Naruto the okay to date Hinata. In fact, it wasn't no disagreement. It was like, as soon as Naruto said, "Oh, sir, I'm Naruto Kuzumaki," he actually immediately recognized the surname. It's like Kuzumaki of the fucking Uchiraku ramen shop. It's like, "Oh yeah, that's my grandfather." And it's like, boy, nice to meet you. I am a big fan of your grandfather's recipe, especially the Naruto Dango fucking or something. We're just gonna make up ramen right now, especially the Naruto Katsugun soup. Deep bowl. Something. But fuck, it's fairly delicious, and even the mayor likes it, and he actually fucking approves his daughter to date the guy's grandson to how delicious his fucking ramen is. So just think of how delicious this ramen is if you're fucking, let's say, how can I explain? This ramen is so delicious that you'll give away your daughter. Anyway, so they're leaving, and Naruto decided to stop into a store to purchase ice cream so he and Hinata could share, leaving Hinata for a brief moment. By the time Naruto came out, he saw two masked men putting Hinata into a van and driving off. Naruto promptly went into his stance and rushed to follow the vehicle. As he then arrived closer to the vehicle, he jumped on top of it, using his shadow clones to surround the entire vehicle, causing it to crash in a warehouse filled with fireworks. Y'all know what I'm gonna get at, right? I'm gonna blow this shit up. But anyway, the three men then came out of the van and saw Naruto as all three of them proceeded to attack Naruto. Naruto tried his best to defend himself, but he's only 8 against 3 grown adults. Suddenly, he heard a voice inside his head. So, before we continue, Kurama, he got the good part of Kurama, so the reason why he hasn't been using it, because then his grandfather and other psychiatrists and stuff keep telling him that the voices he hears while he's sleeping is just a dream. So he's conscious now and he's hearing the voice. The voice is like, Naruto, can you hear me? Naruto, I'll grant you power, Naruto. Take it and defend your loved one, Naruto. As he opened his eye and he was surrounded by red energy. In fact, it's the one-tail cloak. Fuck. So he's surrounded by the one-tail cloak, and he proceeds to body these niggas, including his teacher, because then he ripped off the mask and he got shocked, surprised, and fucking disappointed that his teacher would try something like this. He did again the shadow clone, but the multi-shadow clone, due to for one chakra cloak and one tail chakra cloak, and he bodies the 3 of them badly. He then proceeds to pick up Hinata, and as he jumped out the building, fireworks could be seen at the back of them, which Hinata then promptly opened her eyes, and it was a romantic setting. Oh. So time skipped to fucking 12 years, and they're now 12 years old, and they graduated the school, and they're now going to be placed in a military academy where they'll be spending the next 4 years and stuff. So, and before we continue, Hiyashi then gave Naruto a medal to, always being there to protect Hinata and stuff. So one day Naruto was walking again, going to Hinata's house, and he was then approached by a mysterious lady who promptly creeped him the fuck out because she looked ghostly, like she was not even real and stuff. And she then says to Naruto, you used it. You used the Nine Tails power. And Naruto is confused because he doesn't know what the fuck is the Nine Tails. He didn't say what the fuck is the Nine Tails, but he's like, what is the Nine Tails? I haven't ever heard of it. And she is like, so Kurama, how are you doing? As she then infused her fingers with chakra and clamped down on Naruto's stomach and turning it as Naruto start writhing in agony on the floor. And this person is, yes, as you know, Kushina Uzumaki and stuff. And she just loosened the seal and the Nine Tails. Yes, the passage of time didn't loosen the seal. In fact, personally speaking, it would still be tighter because he got sent to the future. He didn't live the time and stuff. So, and the one time he got the chakra from him, it was just by pure coincidence and stuff, being that a lot of energy was flowing through, so Kurama could have gotten the chance to escape. But he's the good Kurama in this one, so don't think about it too much. We're going to be ending this one. Go to Six Mysta and his editor's channels. Link will be in the description. Like and subscribe to their videos and mine as well. Also, to thank Intech Vids for creating my intro, which is personally is fire. I highly recommend to go to his channel and subscribe. Also, don't forget, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye. And this is where we're going to be ending this one. Go to Six Mysta and his editor's channels. Link will be in the description. Like and subscribe to their videos and mine as well. Also, to thank Intech Vids for creating my intro, which is personally is fire. I highly recommend to go to his channel and subscribe. Also, don't forget, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.